we have been contacted by Mr. Emshi in respect to the Tetova accidents. And the reason why he contacted us is first because we're an international law firm. Secondly, because he was given the impression that he doesn't trust the politicians in North Macedonia, and he believes that it would have been a massive cover-up. So he wanted somebody independent to review the process, not just the criminal process, because obviously we cannot deal with criminal law proceedings in North Macedonia, but he wanted to check whether the process of compensation for the victims would have been done fairly. So because our client's brother and father were killed in the fire, and they are resident in Italy, they lived in Italy, and our client's brother was severely disabled, he believed that the offer that was given of 30,000 euros was an insult. And especially when the liability of those who produced prepared the hospital is, in our view, is very clear. We've seen the video footage, we've seen how fast the fire developed, and our opinion is that this hospital should have not been built that way. If mistakes have been made, people are entitled to be compensated, and they should be compensated fairly. Now, under Italian law, there is a starting principle that those who live in Italy or are resident in Italy can issue a claim for damages in the place of their own jurisdiction, which is Italy, not Skopje. Our client wants to do it not just for the money, but he wants justice to be done, because for him this is he is motivated by his search for the truth, and he thinks that if the case will be tried in an Italian court, which is not a North Macedonian court, he will have a better opportunity to have his case heard by an independent judge. His fear was that the way that the North Macedonian government would have treated it would have been quietly, like let's give some money to these people so they go away. No, because at the moment we do not have the authorities in North Macedonia have decided to simply ignore us. They think that by ignoring us, the problem is going to go away. They don't understand that we are not going to go away. We made a formal application at court for mediation. We issued a mediation application against the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Justice, and the Ministry of Health. They refused to attend. So now the next step would be we're going to court and issue a claim. We are saying that this case is nothing to do with North Macedonia. We can have the case tried in Italy because the deceased were living in Italy at the time of the death. So it doesn't matter. Effectively, if we issue a claim in Italy, the North Macedonia government, the Ministry of Health that owns the hospital, and maybe the Ministry of Justice, they have to hire Italian lawyers to come and defend themselves in Italy. We do not care about what's happening in Skopje, because we will treat this as an Italian matter. We're going to issue a claim at the court in Novara, where the deceased families were residents. Mm-hmm. So we are preparing the claim form, and we will issue a claim, a judicial demand for, give or take, is just short of 1 million euros. Because then we're going to ask for post-traumatic stress disorders damages that our client and his children and his wife have had. I mean, this family has been seriously traumatized because they've lost both the father and the brother. So we are going to issue a claim, and then it will be for the Italian judge to decide if the case can be tried in Italy or not. But the North Macedonian authorities, they will have to come to our country to get lawyers in our country, because they cannot use a Macedonian lawyer to defend themselves in Italy. It's the other way around. They need to answer some serious questions. They don't want to do that, but we're going to force them to do them by taking them to court. North Macedonia is trying to join the European Union. If you want to come at the table, you need to play by our rules. You cannot want to be in a club and then pay somebody 30,000 euros, because that is awful. It's a disgrace. So if you really, that's what I would say to the Prime Minister, if you really want to become part of the European Union, start treating your citizens with respect and start applying European standards. You cannot give somebody's life 30,000 euros.